Hello everyone, I'm Miss Gina Ong, and I'll be presenting to you my assignment on data analysis. So these are the requirements that I need to do with the assignment. So I will find a free data set that interests me and identify the questions about the data set on my own and change. And also, I'll be using a statistic library using Python pandas and as a data set into the answer to the questions that I tried to answer on the data set that I have chosen. So, you need to demonstrate the following uh, functions in Python pandas, that is sort, aggregate, sum, aggregation. And also, the additional requirements I choose is identify a third question from the dataset and write code to answer it. So here is my work. So I choose a data set from the Kaggle platform and it is student exams. So let's now proceed with my coding. So I created the Python file student exams for the file. And here is the work that I did. So I use the library import pandas as PD. And so the first code that I did is by uh, loading the data set. So this was done by data frame or df equals pd.read and a CSV. And then I copy the path of the student exam file text here. And so I'll save this and then run if it works. Okay, so this is the default data set. And then let's check what is the whole file of the CS. So this is the code. We use the PD set option, display macros and max columns. And then print full data frame and then print it. Okay, let's try to run this. Save. And this is the whole data set. And then we will now create the data sets. So this is the data sets I create. So the data is based on the default data sets. So the data sets have student ID, the hours studied, the sleep hours, the attendance percent, and then previous score, and then exams. So this is the data set that I created. So let's run it. Need to comment that part. And then here it is. Let's save. So here is the data set that I create. And then the three questions that I did is question number 1, how many students sleep 8 hours and above? So I will use the count to 8 plus to do that. And then also I did the average number of hours of student I was supported. And so it's the code for the how many students are students with 8 hours. Okay, so let's save and run. So the students with 8 hours or more is 3. And this is the added work that I did. So the average number of hours. So let's run it. Okay, so it's 7.4. Question number 2 is, which of the student has the highest or least So this is the highest. So use the IDX max. So multiply. So the answer is it's the student with the highest exam score is student 5, and he has a exam score of 14. So the same with the previous score. Ito natin. Okay. We need the IDX max. For the hours of sleep. Okay. Let's check. So the highest previous score is student 3 with the previous one 3 to 6. And for the sleep hours, so the ID is student 1. He has the highest number of sleep hours, which is 8.10. And the study. Okay. Now let's go now with the list exam score. So with the list exam score, we'll use the IDX mean. Okay, here it is. So let's all uncomment for the list exam score, list previous score, list hours of sleep, and list hours of study. Okay. And so we will be printing in the terminal the answer of which has the list, exam score, previous score, and the sleep and the rest. So here it is. So for the student with the list, exam score is student 2 with the exam score of 25, student with the list previous score, student 1 with the previous score of 45, student with the list sleep hours, student 4, sleep hours is 4.8, and student with the least sleep hour, or rather, this is, oh, I need to edit this. So this is a student with the least hours of study. Sleep hours of study. Okay, save and then print. Okay, let's check. Okay, it says already sleep hours of study. So it's 1.5. Let's proceed now with the question 3, which is what is the sum of the previous scores or exam scores of the students? Okay, so let's move this and comment rather. Okay, so we'll use the total score function with the sum. So the answer for this question is, let's say the first, and the answer is the total of all previous scores is 323, and total of all exam scores is 165.3. So if we want to verify if this is correct, we need to add all the data from the data frame under the column of the previous score and the exam scores. So you check it on your own. And then let's proceed now with what I did with the read and delete. Okay, so here is my assignment for the read and delete. So the video is not yet being presented here because I'll be posting it after this video. So overview. So I created a program using Python pandas, and then provide it for the YouTube. Later I will provide the YouTube video here. And then the data analysis results, so yung questions, the questions that I answer are, how many students get 8 hours and above? Which of the student has the highest or best exam score, previous scores, the hours of our studies? And which of the student has the highest or best exam score or previous score? And evidence. I just did up to the previous score. All right, the development environment is Python pandas. And the useful website that I use is the datasetcover.com for the downloading of dataset, and the Panda data analysis I watch in YouTube, and then dataset. Oh, so I will remove this. Okay, so these are the useful websites that I started. And for my future work, I have here, I will make a list of things that I need to fix. One, I need to fix the length of my video. That's why I recorded it again, so that to uh cut it into 4 minutes. And I hope I got it. And then I need to practice more writing code to be fully familiar with it. So I need more practice, and I will add creating graphs using Python. That will be my next uh, module that I'm going to study. Still data analysis, but we'll be adding creating graphs using Python. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in my next video.